Welcome to Company Showcase, an advertising feature on HowStreet.com.
I'm Jim Goddard. I'm speaking with Larry Reaugh, CEO and President of American Manganese. Welcome back to Company Showcase, Larry.
Jim, I always like being on the showcase.
Larry, the stock markets took a bit of a beating towards the end of the week. Any concerns there?
Well, I think it's a correction. And, certainly it's affecting the, investors. People are getting, in the mode to sell rather than buy. But I don't think it's a long-term situation. I think it's going to clear up. It's not just the markets, it's the commodities. A good example is gold, which is down around 1760. And from a high of 1900 last week, and copper, which is down to about below 320, and from a high of 360, 370 or something it was last week. But so everything has taken a bit of a kicking across the board, mostly due to the Fed talking about raising interest rates as early as 2022, and, which is a showstopper for a lot of things that are happening, certainly recovery of the business that's going on in the world that keeps the world ticking. And, so there's that to worry about, but I think that in the short term, we'll be out of this situation and moving back up. And, I've called a few of the markets recently. I said a V-shaped recovery in March last year. And, sure enough, that's what we had. And I talked about that, almost immediately, because I could see this was an artificial situation, that it was a fear of COVID and shutting everything down, which it eventually did. But the markets rallied, and we went right back up again. So, we were down to 10 cents in March last year. We're at just under $1.20 today. And, so that's a big kudo. We managed to get through that. And, like I say, we're well financed, and we have some good financial situations on the horizon. So we are, as far as I'm concerned, I'm not too worried about it. But there's another reason for that, Jim, is that one of the fastest growing areas in the market is going to be EVs, battery manufacturing, and recycling. And, we worked hard to come up with a product that should be appealing to the world out there. It's, we pretty much concluded all the work that we had done on the pilot plant, that we had more work to do to maximize the pilot plant, et cetera, et cetera. But then we found that, the battery manufacturers were looking for a certain morphology on the at the end of the product, and so we looked into that and decided that we wanted to be at the top of the list. So it took quite a while to get the equipment together and get it ordered, and it looks like we're coming close to getting the final results on the morphology. So that's looking excellent for us. But what does that do for us? Well, what it does is it puts us up alongside of the cathode manufacturers, not just selling to the cathode manufacturer, because that's the way it works is you sell your product to a cathode manufacturer, and they chemically treat it for the final use, and part of that is the morphology. And so we want to be able to compete with the manufacturers. And because the price is actually quite significantly higher for a finished product than it is for selling your cathode material, even though it's 99.7% pure and recoveries are 99.7. Those are all great things. But the real money's made on from the cathode manufacturing side. And So we want to be in on that, and which will certainly significantly increase our opportunities to make money. And we've already pretty much covered off the environmental side with all the work that we've done previous to that. So, we have a circular economy, we have a closed loop, we have nothing that goes back into the environment, and nothing that goes back into the air. So that's what we wanted to achieve. It's been a long, hard road. It's cost a lot of money, and but we're getting close to having achieved all that. And I just wanted the shareholders to know that there's a reason for everything. I mean, we could have hopped off the train a year ago or even 2 years ago and gone with what we had, and probably would have even had a bigger price rate now. But in the long run, it's survival, and it's not just survival; it's a continuity of being able to manufacture the product and sell it. So we've pretty much covered off all of that. There's a couple of questions. One of them was the bioleaching of the metals to achieve the results that you need for recycling batteries. Now, I do have experience in bioleaching. We spent $1 million or so on it back in the late 80s because we had an ore body that had a lot of arsenic in it, and we wanted to get rid of the arsenic because the smelters wouldn't take it. And so we did a lot of bioleaching testing with a company that was pioneering it at the time, and it's a hit and miss sort of situation. I don't know. It's probably much more advanced today than it was then, but I'm going to stick with guns. We've already proven what we can do with hydrometallurgy alone. No high heat, no heavy use of energy, and so that's kind of what we want to do. And it's not what we want to do. That was our goal, and now we're getting close to achieving it all. I don't like to see the stock slide, but it's got an effect on the management and directors as well as the investors. So, but I don't think this is a time to be thinking about selling. I think this may be a time to say that there's another opportunity to come up to buy at lower prices. And, it's because, you only have to go to our site to see that what I'm saying is all leading up to what I just said. And, a lot of people don't bother doing their homework on the site. The transparency's there. And or else they could figure out what we were doing. Imagine a couple already have, but I just wanted to bring everybody up to date. The fact that all this work has a rationale, and it only makes our product better at the end of the day and more profitable. The truth of the matter is, we're going through a bit of a crunch along with everybody else. And, I don't see that as, I think that the EV car industry is here to stay, and it's only going to grow. I know what I was going to say. There's the gigafactories. Man, oh man, I mean, I couldn't leave this conversation without talking about that. I was reading a benchmark article where in 2017 there was something like 3 gigafactories, and today there's 210 operating or planned, and recently Britain came out with 6 applications to build gigafactories in Britain, and it seems like Europe is way ahead of everybody else when it comes to the aggression of moving these battery manufacturing facilities forward, the big ones. And, we have a MOU with Itavolt, and Itavolt is, they've got big plans. So they are designing the plant right now and working on a financing to get it done. But there seems to be a lot of money available for building gigafactories. You're in the hundreds of millions when you start looking at all the gigafactories that want to go in there. Hundreds of billions, I should say. So I think we're in the right place, the right time. We've got our fingers in quite a few pots, and I think every one of them will pay dividends at the end of the day.
Larry, for people new to American Manganese, what's the company all about, and what makes it stand out amongst all the recycling prospectors out there?
Okay, well, we get all kinds of emails from our shareholders wanting to know about this this company that cut a deal for black mass, and this company, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. We don't want to do any real premature deals until such time as we have a handle on everything that we're doing. And but I'm pretty sure that I really do believe in the old saying of build a better mousetrap and the world will be the path to your door, and that's exactly what we set out to do and what we've accomplished. So I'm not concerned about that aspect of it. I think you're going to start to see some deals being cut with us in the next few months. And, because we do have that sort of interest, we have eyeballs into the whole situation. We know that nobody is using our process. But talking about the company, it's a critical metals company. And we took a process for treating very low grades of manganese, which the U.S. is in dire need of, and taken that IP to another level where we can do battery cell not manufacturing, but recycling, and so that's kind of where that got its roots from. We have a website out there, and if anybody really wants to have a clear look at the company, they should go to the website and do their due diligence. We have only so much time in here because we're a small crew, and to try to explain to every individual what our process is all about when it's all on the site. And that's the whole idea of a site. And I just want to mention briefly that we had a shareholder that made some suggestions about our site, and we've incorporated those suggestions into our site, and it's being worked on as I speak. Now, you can find anything you want at our website, AmericanManganeseInc.com. You can phone the company at 778-574-4444, or you can email me at LREAUGH@AMYAM.com, and we trade on the Venture Exchange under the symbol AMY. We trade on the QB board under the symbol AMYZF, and we trade in Frankfurt under the symbol 2AM.
Larry, thank you so much for the update.
You're welcome.
We've been speaking with Larry Reaugh, CEO and President of American Manganese. I'm Jim Goddard. Our conversation took place on June 18th.
Comments made on Company Showcase are an expression of opinion only and should not be construed in any manner whatsoever as recommendations to buy or sell any financial instrument at any time. Archived online at HowStreet.com. Company Showcase is a production of How Street Media Incorporated.